I'm extremely skeptical of my data or anything that me or anybody else implemented into a website or into an app. It takes trust, and trust in data needs to be earned over time. But there are things you can do that make it very likely that your tracking setup is working. So let's look at this chapter about like testing your analytics. So there are 3 tools I would like to show you. The Facebook Pixel Helper, they're all Chrome plugins. Google Tag Assistant and Ghostery that will easily show you whether this is working or not. This is not true for apps. Yeah, for apps, you better look in the Facebook backend. But let me show you what those 3 guys are doing. This is the Facebook Pixel Helper. This is pirateskills.com. I just created that slide a couple of days ago. You see the Facebook Pixel ID, and you see that there is a page you fired plus call to action, get free video and slides. So I waited until I pressed that big ass red button, which is obviously what I want everybody who lands on this page to do. And when they click it, I did that through Google Tag Manager, for example. And then I fired that event because that is the first most important interaction I want people to take on pirateskills.com. And this Facebook Pixel Helper plugin in Chrome tells me that this is working in real time. And if it's not green, it shows like a warning and what's the problem with it. It also shows you all the hidden parameters behind it. So this is an example where the page view is always fired. But in addition, I don't only care about website views, I care much more about actions taken on websites. In this case, call to action, get free video and slides. Yeah. So that's the first step you do. That's the Facebook Pixel Helper. Then, to make sure that your Google Tag Manager and Google stuff is working all right, you install the Google Tag Assistant. This shows you all of the tracking pixels from the Google world. In this case, you see the global site tag. This is something really nice and new. I have to tell you about it some other time. Google introduced a new way. This is for the app people. They now have combined tracking profiles for app and web and give all the power that only the app people had before also to the web people. It makes it very easy to see the user journey across web and app. The ID changed. It was always UA and now it is G, just GSL.
Does it automatically install it when you use a tag manager?
No, okay. It does not. This is you need, so the question was, does it automatically install this with Google Tag Manager? No, it does not. You have to create a new Google Analytics property and then you will be asked, do you want this new shiny web and app way of doing it? From a practical point of view, I can't recommend it yet. The reports demand a lot of tweaking and customizing before they're useful. But that is something maybe with the next analytics meetup, which is going to happen in 6 months again, that we can dive into once I have gained some experience here. Then the Google Ads retargeting tag. Google Ads wants to know when you have been on my website, and you might have seen a retargeting ad or 2 of mine across the web. Then Google Analytics, the normal one. Google Optimize for A/B testing, and Google Tag Manager. Yeah, so these are all the Google pixels I have installed, and the Google Tag Assistant tells me that they are all fine. Green or blue is good, yellow or red is bad. That also gives me a bit more trust that stuff is working. So last but not least, there is Ghostery. Ghostery is actually a tool that helps you to hide yourself completely off trackers. But of course, it shows you a list of all the trackers on the page you're on. If you need inspiration, go to Zalando. They have so many trackers on their site, it's incredible. And you see all of the stuff that is actually happening on the page. You see that I have 13 trackers on my page: Google Tag Manager, Segment, Google Analytics, LinkedIn Analytics, Twitter, Pinterest, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, all the stuff I want to send data to in order to be able to learn faster. Yeah? And that just gives me an overview. what else is working, yeah, on that website. Go to your competitor's page and open up Ghostery, and you will see, are they using AdWords? Are they building Facebook custom audiences? You can see a little bit of what is likely to have been working for them already. Yeah, it's a bit of competitive analysis you can do here. So those are 3 tools I wanted to share, but there is also a way to test it within Facebook. Facebook now introduced in the Business Manager, in the Events section, a new tool called Test Events. Just plug in your URL. It has a free field here. Plug in your URL, and then you go to the page, and any event that it recognizes, any custom events, any real tracking events, will just show up in a series here. You can see the session that I just showed you before. First, I did a page view. Then I had a page view on the free course, and then somebody clicked the call, or I clicked the call to action button. And only my events from my computer are being shown. So you're not confused by all the data that is coming in from anybody else. This is a real great way to test your custom conversions, which were really hard to make sure that they are working, is now easily possible. So in summary, don't trust your data until you have tested it thoroughly. First of all, check that it's working in real time with the tools that I've been showing. And the second thing is check week over week with a second source of truth, like your database or your shopping cart or your bookkeeper. Yeah? That the data that is coming in is at least in 80% of the realm of truth, yeah, between Google and Facebook, for example. If you see very big disparities between those, there's very likely that there is a tracking fuck up somewhere in your implementation. Yeah, and you need to see what's wrong. Is Google wrong or is Facebook wrong? But don't make the mistake of expecting 100% of the same results. You will always see at least 80% differences, but this is normal. But I aspire to 80% sameness between Google and Facebook at least, or my backend.